every sign you see was made by hand. Even today, skilled artists continue to bring businesses to life using paint, precision, and creativity. In the middle of all this is Shadrack Oguna, a man using his talent to build a livelihood, one brush stroke at a time.
Welcome to Kazi, the show where we tell real stories behind the hustles. Across Kenya, there are talented individuals using their hands, their skills, and their creativity to build a living every single day. Some of these stories are never told, but they matter. Today, we are with Shadrack Oguna, a painter and a sign artist who creates logos and signage for businesses and institutions. Through his work, he helps bring businesses to life. But behind that work is a powerful story of resilience, struggle, and determination. Let's hear his story.
Yes, I'm Shadrack Oguna, aka Stoppers. I'm an artist, I'm a painter, and I also do branding. I'm from Western Kenya, Vihiga County. By coincidence, I started from scratch. It's like I knew how to draw and how to paint, but I did not have confidence in me. There was a certain time when I was somewhere in Kibera, and they had a poster that was to be finished, a signboard that was to be finished, and it wasn't finished by that time when I was there. So it's as if the one who had the job did not do his job on time. By coincidence, I was there, and I was asked to finish it. So that was my first trial, and they said it was perfect. So I gained confidence through that. That's where I started doing my work, my paint and art work. I self-training, but I also train myself through other people who are working the same work with me. Professions. Before this, I was working at Mjengo, and I was a helper to professions, just a handman who used to carry cement and bricks, taking them up for building. That was my hustle at that time before this. From artworks from inside you, so it was from inside me, and it's just I started just to apply. I applied, so I started by applying, and it came up something good that people could love. I can't really remember because it was before post-election violence. It was before I think it was 2016. That's when I tried my first. And I don't remember the first pay. I don't remember much. It was my first. The tools that I began with, that's art brush. Art brush with some rulers and paint. It depends what kind of sign you want, and the surface. What kind of surface it is? Maybe it's a brick, or it's a wall, or a sheet, or a banner. For example, if it's an M-Pesa shop, I'll paint it first, the color of M-Pesa, and then I'll let it dry. After it dries, so I come with my sketch on it, apply on the sketch. After drawing, I apply on the sketches. So finished. It depends. Like an M-Pesa, a single day, maybe not a full day, maybe half a day. If a client tells me that he wants a sign of an M-Pesa shop, okay, I want to do an M-Pesa shop, he lets me do all the designs because I'm professional. In this business, the challenge I faced, it's during rain seasons, especially like last month. Especially when the job I'm doing is exterior. I have to wait for the rain to dry because the surface should be dry. The surface should be dry so that it can receive the paint well. But when you apply paint on a wet surface, obviously it won't last. It will take a few days and then it will clean. When there was no job, especially on rain seasons, we painters don't depend on rain so much. Unless we work on something else, like branding, we can do it with rain or without rain. Climate can force us to go without job. In 2017, I had a connection to brand Blue Triangle. They wanted a branding on the shop, various shops, but the challenge I had that time, it was so difficult for me to go through that work because already the election were on course. The election were on course. So I was in Machakos and I live in Kangware. So on my way back from Machakos, the driver changed the route and said that he's not going through Gitanga Road. He will divert to pass through Ngong Road and then to Kabiria. So Kabiria is where I wasn't supposed to alight at Kabiria, but the driver told us that we should use that route because of safety. So that's when it was my first time to come from job to sleep somewhere I never expected to be that period. So I slept in Kabiria at my friend's. So that was the most dangerous moment I had in this job. And I had to cancel the contract because it was so dangerous for me for our life. In a day, it's a bit tricky because we painters, we normally get paid 1,700 per day. That's painting. But when we come to artwork, it's a discussion concerning the artwork, the kind of art you want, the kind of portrait you want when it comes to artwork. Artworks. Yes, compared to painting, because artworks, they are different. Yeah, they do underestimate at times. Times you can see someone pretending to know so much, and someone can tell you, no, this job can be done in a few hours. Because to perfect something, you don't just apply paint. You have to start from scratch. Either the surface, maybe it's painting, maybe you are painting a wall that is from scratch, maybe it was a building that's fresh, and then someone tells you that's three bedroom from scratch, you can do it within a week. That's impossible. The best time that I had a good money out of this work It was on 2022. A client of mine asked me to paint a 3-bedroom from scratch, and we agreed in terms of a contract. So I had that morale to work, and I had a perfect people with me, which we did the work within a period of 1 week, and I had a lot of remaining, a lot of balance within me. So it was an opportunity. Yeah, you can, but you have to work with the perfect person, and you'll be so keen to watch every move, every action, and you learn from there. You can start from being a nobody to a painter. You can be to an artist. Young creators, you should focus on what you do, and abstain from drugs. That will help you so much focus, because drugs are the main thing that can make you not focus. In the next 5 years, that will be on 2031. On 2031, maybe I want to retire. I want to move. I want to do something different from that. According to the age, I don't want to stay on painting for too long. Yeah, of course, everybody will want that. Everyone will want that. And that's obvious my target. That's why I've said that maybe in 5 years to come, I'll be just managing but not working. We artists and painters, we have some little dangers we normally face health-wise, especially when it comes to painting with gloss. Gloss paints are the most effective paints that can damage your lungs, especially inhaling. So at times we use so short period to do those kind of painting, those kind of work, glossy paint. And you normally need ventilation, because you cannot work with a gloss paint where there's no enough oxygen. It can even kill you. They have lead. That's why I told you that gloss paint cannot be done for too long, a long period. It has some time limits. And after work, you have to take a lot of milk and maybe soup. It's much healthy. My name is Shadrack Oguna. I'm a painter, and I do branding and logos. Kazi ni Kazi.
Behind every sign you see is a story, and behind every hustle is a person who refused to give up. This has been Kazi ni Kazi. See you in the next story. I am Francis Kamunge. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share.